G'day guys, welcome back. Just did the 2.5 hour trek from home. I'm finally down here. You might be able to hear the sea rolling in behind me. It's a pretty angry sea today, so yeah, I'm just getting the gear out of the car and about to start the trek into the hills today. Today's a bit special because I'm going to be using my brand new pair of Crispy Hunters, which is an insulated high leg boot. So pretty excited about that. I should probably take the tags off them before I put them on, but they are brand spanking new. Man, it's hot. It's like the 4th or 5th of March. I just came over the top of the waterfall. It's just a grunt, man. Whoa. It's a grunt. It is hard work. But now the rest is pretty good from up here. So up and behind me here is the main stream, and just going to bowl my way right up to the top. So yeah, it's so hot in here, man. There's like no wind at all. And it is hot. That's cool. It's a big mob of goats, man. Cool. I'll just shot that goat right here. The reason why I shot it is because I sort of got away from him, so I was shooting back towards where I walked from, because up and behind me is where I actually want to hunt. But he's going to make some fine dog food on the way back down. He's only about 10 minutes from the entrance, so. And it was a big mob of goats. My goodness. There would have been 20 goats just in this one mob, and I can tell since the last time I've been in here, the bush has opened up a lot, which points to heavy grazing from hooved animals. Like all the flaxes are all grazed, the new harakikis grazed, all these small totras are grazed. So gotta shoot more goats, guys. Gotta shoot more goats to give the bush a chance to regenerate properly. Alright guys, made it up to my campsite that I want to get to, so I can hear rocks falling. There's a goat standing on that cliff looking at me. Man, anyway, made it up to my campsite here, so I actually don't want to push any further up and use some of these big trees here to swing the hammock on, but the katabatic winds haven't really started yet, so I just want to keep out of my area, probably about 1 kilometre back from where I actually want to be hunting. So I want to keep out of that area, and when that wind starts to shift down the valley, into it, I'm going to go and hunt. So I'm going to set up my campsite right here, but I thought I'd quickly mention this today. I am back using my Savage. So you may have noticed, if you follow my channel, you may have noticed I was kicking around with a few Hauer rifles for a bit. Well, to be honest, I've gone back to my Savage 284 Winchester I'll just quickly run you guys through this rifle a little bit, because I really it's just my go-to rifle. So I'm running a 20-inch barrel, a DPT suppressor on this one. This one here is running the Vixen V3 2.5 to 15. This scope is soon to be replaced with something very special, so it's something different as well, so that will be on my next raw hunting video, I hope. But yeah, Savage, lightweight hunter, long action, hardy, stainless steel barrel, which is extremely accurate, and running a Timney trigger, just the standard Savage stock, so I can scratch it and I don't cry. But yeah, I'm back into my Savage, and my next rifle build, which I've been working on with Target Dynamics, which is going to be a pretty cool partnership, to be honest, I believe, and also going to be running a Savage rifle in one of their products, so that's coming later on, probably a couple of months away, that build. It's a pretty complicated build, so I will be dropping a 284 Winchester this action into that, but this will get all fluted and lightened like crazy, because I just really want to make an amazing mountain rifle. So there you go. So you won't see Howers on my channel anymore, don't think so, unless something good comes along, but just had a few problems with the stocks, and just prefer my Savage. Just go to the range. I had to put the scope back on today before I came out here. Go to the range, just bore sighted at 100 yards, bang bang bang, 4 shots and it's zeroed. Just Savage always shoot. They just always shoot. Anyway, I'm going to set up my campsite, have a bit of dinner, wait for those catabatics to change, and then into some hunting. Right, bring you into the Hammock suite. This is me tonight. So, I've got a chance of rain coming tonight. So I've actually created my doors on the side as well, because I don't like the idea of getting a wet head. Yeah, so see with this fly, you can see that it's with a Sharpie bring the sides down. The more you can close these doors in, you can do it on both ends actually, the more protection you have, and it gets real gross. Pretty cool setup. That's what we're waiting for, guys. So I've come up a ways from camp, and I actually just waited because the winds have finally changed. Now we're getting into that feeding hour, so gonna push through. The wind's going down the valley now, so I have a pretty good feeling about tonight, because it's a beautiful wind still night in Remutaka. So I'm pretty pumped to get up there, so let's go. Just been glassing all of this, and can't pick up any deer yet. There's goats everywhere. Goats for Africa. So it's quite handy, because I'm actually getting my size reference off the goats, and then can figure out what I'm looking for. But I'd say there's about 30 goats in there undisturbed, so they haven't got my wind, which is good. Yeah, not sure where the deer are at, so what I'm going to do is I'll carry on up, and I can look further into the basins that way. The deer generally aren't just standing out with a shoot me target on them, usually tucked away in a safe space, so I might have to get a bit higher. I'll go and have a look at the other side. It's about 50 metres up. I've got another lookout. I found 2 deer, so They're a long way off. Oh, not too bad. I'll get a range on them, mate. So they're 489 yards away, so. But man, look at the country they're in. It is just stunning. It is so beautiful in here. I cannot get enough of it. It is so immaculate. Pretty sure one of them's a stag, so I'm going to get the big camera on him. He looks very little. But there could be 2 stags, so I'll get the camera on him and have a look. But awesome. I mean, just seeing them is like in their natural habitat like this is half the fun. It's awesome. A couple of young stags, what I thought it was. See if I can take some photos of them. But it's exactly what I was looking for. Stags grouped together, stripped off. Behind me here, picked up another deer, so it looks like something with a large body, so bring the big camera around the other side and have a look at that one too. Where is he? There he is. 575. Yeah. Well, after having a look at all 3 of them, you may notice by now, but I'm not always that keen to straight away pull the trigger. Because all 3 of those animals could be 10s or 11s next year, if they get left alone. So, they're all very young, they're all big in the body, like they're big animals up here. Yes. So I've sort of waited, hoping something mature would walk out of the bush, but seems to be those 3 stags. So I'm actually going to move up a little bit further. There's quite a good area right in below me, to see if I can pick up another deer. But yeah, guys, if you can restrain yourself from shooting everything you see in your hunting area, maybe one day you'll walk into the area that you hunt and there'll be a beautiful 12-pointer sitting there for you. But if you keep shooting everything you see, you'll never get that. So I'm going to leave all 3 of them. If there was one that was really manky, like a cull stag, I would shoot it. But I'll have a look, move up through here and have a look. But yeah, just an amazing evening to be out here. Super cool to see. I've actually changed my mind a little bit. I've got this older stag on his own. He's just under 500 yards at the moment. He's moved down a bit. And I'm picking he's a year older than them, and he's a 7, so I'm pretty sure he's a 7. Which is not really good to anyone, so I'll call him a cull stag. So I'm actually going to set up and see if we can take him out. Boy, he's in a bad. It's a tricky spot, man. Recovery's going to be real hard, but I've only got about half an hour of light left as well. So I'm going to set up and take him out. The wind's also picked up a bit. I don't know why, but it has. So we're going to have to factor in probably a good 15 mile an hour wind. Let's do it. Unfortunately, I forgot to hit the record button on the big zoom camera, so this is all the footage I got. Got him. Alright, I've got him. Cool, guys. Awesome. 284 strikes again. Can't beat it. So yeah, 500 yards, and he was sort of walking towards me a little bit. So I just put it sort of about 10 inches to the left of his body, and it must have just gone poof straight through his backbone and brisket. So yeah, it's good, but yeah, roll as far as I hoped you would. So tomorrow morning's going to be a big day, and then getting all that meat and stuff. So, but yeah, I'm going to head back to camp. I need to get off the actual hill, because as you can see, I'm pretty much right. I'm not right on the top, but I'm not too far off. So I need to get out of here before it gets dark. So see you back down at camp. Coffee time, well and truly coffee time. So last night I shot from right on that point there. I'm just making my way out through the cliffs. Don't know if you can see it, but the cloud above me is just honking along it. And that's the thing with the Remutakas, is it's very rare to be up here and it's not blowing. It's somewhere between 50 and 100 kilometers an hour. Especially the northerly just comes honking over the Wellington side and rips through here. So the southerly's not too bad in certain streams, but the northerly is pretty much terrible in all streams because they all face north. So, but anyway, enough complaining. He's 30 metres up there. He's rolled a little bit further, another 10 metres, but I'll take it. I hope that I'm not wrong about him. I really do hope he's a 7. Like I said before, and you just never know, like I'd much rather take joy in that maybe a new hunter, or maybe even a hunter that's been hunting for ages, shoots like a good stag that I potentially may have left for him. I'm okay with that. I think that's a good thing to work towards. Right, I'm gonna get up there. Right, there he is, guys. He's a big bodied young animal, very young actually, and probably a good candidate as a cull stag. So he's an 8-pointer. He's got a tine on this side, but he's missing that one there. This one's really long, that one's really short. It's got a split up the top here and no split up the back here, so he's a pretty uneven little 8-pointer. So maybe he got caught up fighting last year, I don't know, so his head's not so good, but yeah, still think I made the right call taking this guy out. I've got a long way back home. So this is a long way to come for an overnighter, but Remutaka Reds, pre-raw, so it's early March and obviously well and truly stripped off, but yeah, good. Alright guys, back down at camp here, and I made this video for the crispy boots. You may have noticed in the very beginning of the video I mentioned that these still had the tags on them, brand spanking new. Go, like, I've just pulled these straight out of the box. No break-in process, no this or that. I first started with one sock liner until I got probably 2 or 3 Ks on them, and then I carried a pair of sock toppers, so the second layer of sock, just so everything could stretch and move around in the first couple of kilometres. Chuck that second sock on, which I find is a bulletproof recipe if you have a sock liner and a sock. Blisters are just not a thing. So I've been wearing these now on this overnight hunt, absolutely drama free. There's no issues or drama with them as long as you get your fitment right. I've found with crispy there's just nothing that goes wrong with them. So the reason why I chose these particular boots was because a lot of guys, I don't think a lot of guys have cottoned onto the high leg thing yet. And I really want to make a bit of a statement at the end of this video about that. So I've chose a full rand as well, so I hunt a lot of rocky terrain, and I found with my Titans, my previous crispies, which I put a lot of Ks on those boots until literally the soles were worn down, and I found they didn't have a full rand, and if you're in a lot of rocky terrain, I did get cuts in the leather that I had to keep addressing so that they wouldn't turn into major issues. So it's got a full rand, this boot, so that rubber piece around the bottom, which is really protective in rocky terrain. And as well as, I really like high leg style boots, and I'll tell you why. Number one, I don't like gaiters. I do not like gaiters at all. I find it's just another piece of kit that I have to muck around with, and by the time you get back to your tent setup or your hammock or whatever, they're covered in mud and just gross, and then you have to go and touch them, and I just don't like gaiters. There's all these strings and cords that you have to worry about. I found myself, tried multiple gaiters, I broke multiple brands of gaiters, and I just gave up on them, basically. So what I do is, I go for a high leg boot, and the reason why I do that is because it just gives me that added protection when I'm pushing through water. Water basically has to be up here, and also if you're really onto it, you may have picked up there's Spanish speargrass up here. There's a lot of bush lawyer and things like that. So if I was down south as well, I never regretted having a high leg boot, and watching my dad with gaiters and a normal cut boot, there was not much difference between how much water we could both get through without getting wet. So I really think the high leg boot, they're a little bit more expensive, they're a little bit heavier, but I think the added protection for me personally is absolutely fantastic, and I love it. So crispy hunters, they really are, like, if I had to say it, they are the perfect hunting boot for probably all terrain as well. And I noticed after coming off my Titans, which is another crispy high leg boot, the reason why my dad gave me this pair of boots was because I was slipping over where he was not, and he had a new pair of boots on our chamois trip, and then he said to me, "Mate, let me have a look at your soles." So he had a look and he said, "Mate, no wonder, I like jandals, you know." So that rocky terrain is really hard on your boots, and you want to replace your boots a fair bit often than you think. So coming into here today with these puppies, man, I was impressed with the grip. The grips is phenomenal. So they're a bit stiffer than my Titans as well. So, and what I love about the crispies is the curve of that sole. Just, it almost makes you feel like you're propelling forward without trying, and you end up with a nice big flat part of the boot, which is fairly stiff up here. Actually, as your contact patch on the ground, and it makes a big difference. So get a pair of crispies, guys, you won't regret it. I love my crispies. I've still got a long way to go, get properly out of here, but this will be where I finish it up. So hope you enjoyed that. I very much did. It was a great hunt. So to see 3 stags on one hunt is a bit of a treat. So catch you guys on the next one.